Mitu Bhowmik, welcome to CNN News 18.
Thank you so much for having me, Vishal.
Mitu, Indian Film Festival of Melbourne in its 14th year now. How do you see the evolution of the festival after so many years?
Vishal, the festival has just had a life of its own and it's just grown and grown. And a large part of it has been because of course, the love that we have received from the people, the support from the film industry who have been very generous with their time, and the local government over here who have made the funding very consistent and strong. So the evolution of the festival has been very organic, very real, and just had a life of its own, which has been very rewarding.
So, what were the big hurdles that you had crossed or overcome in these years to make IIFM as this prestigious film festival?
I think the biggest hurdle was obviously uh, uh, locally over here, because when we started 14 years ago, the awareness about India and Indian cinema was not that much. Everybody was like in that everybody used to think that Indian cinema is only about Bollywood, and the whole our whole intent was to create an awareness, to get more and more people in. And yes, while the festival is for the Indian diaspora primarily, we also wanted the mainstream audiences to come. We wanted everyone to come, like a good festival should. The second hurdle obviously was Australia is a bit far, and so it's a big time commitment for all the actors and directors to come. But over the years, it's been great because the stars, the filmmakers, they've been so generous with their time. They fly down, they spend time, they engage, they do multiple events, and that has also encouraged governments and sponsors to come forward and support the festival. So it's all been a very organic process, and that the festival has just grown.
So, what are the big highlights planned for this year's festival?
Ah, ah, so many. So, Vishal, you'll be very happy to know that we are probably one of the very few film festivals in the world who have their own streaming platform. And we stream Indian films throughout the year, and it's all free, which gives us an incredible presence Australia wide. So, as a result of which, we have a great penetration, great visibility in Australia. So, one of the key highlights is that we are going to be screening a retrospective of Shabana ma'am's films. So we have six of her best films like Par, Sati, that will be screening, and they'll be on our streaming platform. Secondly, we are celebrating Karan Johar's 25 years as a filmmaker. So we'll be tracing that journey right from Kuch Kuch Hota Hai to Rocky or Rani. Thirdly, we have the young superstar Kartik Aryan, who's coming down to Australia for the first time for the festival. So there's a lot of excitement and screaming girls all around us, which is very, very nice. And then we have over 100 films in 22 languages that we are screening. We have our awards night, many master classes, a lot of exciting films. We are opening with the world premiere of Ghumar. Abhishek Bachchan, Balki sir are all coming down. We are closing with Anurag Kashyap's Kennedy. So it's all a very exciting time where everything is going to be about cinema.
From Amitabh Bachchan to Shah Rukh Khan, every year you have the biggest name from Hindi cinema attending the festival. Do you think the festival has emerged as this big window to Bollywood to get up close and personal with their fans down under?
Definitely, definitely. It really has been a platform where we can all come together. And as you know, Vishal, cinema, arts, stories, these are the best cultural bridges that we can have between countries, between communities, between people to people. And I think all our stars, whether the biggest stars, they appreciate that and they understand that, which is why they are so generous with their time, and they come and they engage not just with the local diaspora, but also with the more mainstream audiences. And I think that has also helped the popularity of Indian cinema grow. Today, Australia is the third largest international market for Indian cinema. And a large part of that is the kind of awareness and love that everyone has for Indian films.
So then how has the festival helped in the growth of Indian cinema? Do you see more territories opening to Indian film because of the exposure given to Bollywood or to Indian films at the Melbourne Film Festival?
I think so. I think every little bit adds up. Obviously, over the years, we have more and more Indians migrating to Australia. Similarly, now, for example, Indian films are now being screened in New Zealand, Fiji, Papua New Guinea, the countries that are in the in the Asia Pacific belt. So we have been seeing a beautiful growth. Every week, Indian films are in the top 10 Australian box office. And all of this is because of the kind of awareness, visibility, love that Indian films have had, whether it's because of our film festival, whether it's because of a lot of Indians integrating into the larger community. So a lot of these, and of course the government's interest and investment in India. The Prime Minister Modi was in Australia a while back. Prime Minister Albanese was in India a while back. So country to country at a political level also, there is an intent to work a lot closer together. So I think everything kind of adds up to create this absolute perfect scenario for Indian cinema to shine.
You also are a big distributor who distribute Hindi films in Australia. Are there markets which have larger fan following of A star, like so for instance Diljit Dosanjh or Shah Rukh Khan? Do you think they have large fan following in Australia?
Definitely, definitely. I mean, I think Shah Rukh Khan is such an icon. There is not just within the Indian community or the South Asian community. I mean, when he was here in 2019, all the mainstream papers were writing to him and calling it Beaton Mania, because that's what they were comparing it with. And similarly with Diljit, or even the South Indian superstars, whether it's Rajnikant or Surya, there is a lot of love for all our stars, and which is the reason why they are so iconic and they're so loved. And when they come for the festival, it's just magical.
What about the music? Are you also planning to include more categories for the music section?
At the moment, we have a best documentary, we have best short film. We have just in 2021, we introduced the web series category. So we have the best actor, best actress, and best show from the series category, which are on the streaming platform. And then, of course, we have best film, best indie film, best director, actor, and actress. So these are the in competition awards that we give. Then the festival also gives 3 or 4 honorary awards, like leadership in cinema, excellence in cinema, the Disruptor Award, which Bhumi is getting this year, and the Diversity Award, which celebrates diversity in choices of performances. So these are the awards that we have, which are very true to the core of the festival. We don't have any plans to introduce more awards at the moment. We want to consolidate the ones we have, but I'm not writing it off as yet.
Well, more power to you. Thank you so much for your time and best of luck for the festival.
Thank you so much, Vishal, for talking to me.
Thank you. Thank you.